Hello, this is Cacogibbon, and welcome to the All Brawl, the show where I play every commander in Standard one by one. This time it's Ayara, first of Locthwain, and rather than just pulling a net deck, I can say that I with tender loving care, carefully crafted this deck bit by bit. I 100% own this deck. It's full of all of these black spells that I just love so much. And I'm so excited to try all of them. And I'm glad that there's a way to gain life, and that's the commander. So, and to draw cards. Commander is a way to gain life and draw cards. Two of the things that I like quite a lot, especially when the opponent loses life when you gain. So let's give this thing a try and see how it goes. Ayara versus Ashiok. Alright. Like it's a contest of who's more evil. Do I like this hand? No. There are no early creatures. I want early creatures. Here we go. Opponent goes first. Okay. Every turn it's going to ask me if I want to cast that Stone Coil Serpent. And the answer is... Oh no. Oh no. So they're gonna exile probably an island, right? A petitioner. Petitioner goes down. So Ashiok, I guess it makes sense. He's got 5 loyalty, so that's 20 cards that you can slowly mill from your opponent, bit by bit. Let's see. Probably Ayara. Oh, nope. This guy's a 3-2. I need to get stuff that can punch through my opponent's defenses. ASAP. So, sure they can double block my Midnight Reaper with 2 Petitioners. We're going with an Ashiok instead of casting 2 Petitioners, as I would have expected. Because 2 Petitioners, that would have gotten 12 cards. Instead, they can get, like, 5. Alright. I lost my Heraldic Banner. It's kind of sad. But, oh. Well, hello there. Okay, I'm going to save that Ritual of Soot. Going to save it. So how do I want to play this? It'd be nice if I could damage the opponent and use Drill Bit on them, but it'd be even nicer if I can get their Ashiok. What if I attack with both? Is there any reason to keep around the Fenlurker? I don't think so. Oh yeah, and if the Fenlurker dies, then I get a card out of it. So that's pretty cool. Do I threaten their Ashiok with 2? No. I'm going to attack the opponent with 1, Ashiok with 3. If I get 1 damage through, I can cast Drill Bit. Okay. They preserve Ashiok's loyalty, and I get to cast Drill Bit with Spectacle. What you got? Petitioners. Okay, that's good. Because, oh yeah, I can also cast the Spawn of Mayhem with Spectacle. If they're straight up Petitioners, then my Spawn of Mayhem is gonna kill their Ashiok next turn. I'm not too troubled by my graveyard being exiled over and over again. I feel like the opponent, they should have played their Petitioners instead of playing Ashiok. I think they're doing it wrong. Okay. So let's go Swamp. Let's see. First I'm going to attack. I'm going to attack Ashiok with my Flyer. Attack the opponent with both of these. If they block the Fenlurker, I draw a card. If they block the Reaper, they lose their Petitioner. Ashiok dies. They can recast Ashiok. from the command zone, but I'm okay with that. I still have 36 cards. That's a healthy amount of cards when you're playing against a mill deck, and you've got them on the ropes. Now, I can play Gutter Bones and then Ritual of Soot, and then I'll get even more cards, but I think it's best to just cast it now. That gets rid of the Petitioners. It kills my Midnight Reaper. Draws me 2 cards. The Spawn of Mayhem is still in there. Let's get that Gutter Bones online. Okay. Next turn I can attack for 6. Okay, I cast the Ashiok. I don't have enough mana to cast a Petitioner. They can drop 4 cards out of me, but then I'm going to kill their Ashiok again already. I think this isn't the right way to play an Ashiok Petitioner deck. Unless I'm missing something. Okay, Witch's Oven. Do I even need a Witch's Oven in this deck? I don't know. I've seen a lot of Cauldron Familiar Witch's Oven combo decks, and I'm not a fan. It just takes a really long time. Maybe it's my impatience. Okay, opponent. I have 29 cards. And Ashiok came back. So the opponent's plays consist largely of recasting Ashiok and playing islands. My dreams dissipate. Okay. Do I have lethal? I mean, that's fun, but I think I might have lethal. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's do it one more time, just for good measure. And they got me down to 24. If they had cast those Petitioners and jealously guarded their Petitioners instead of getting that Ashiok into play, would they have been able to mill me to death? I don't think so. I think my deck is just a little bit too aggressive for that. Ayara versus Niv Mizzet. Reborn. This is good. I've got a 2, I've got a 3, I've got a 4, and I've got a 5. Only thing that would round this out is a Knight of the Ebon Legion. And either the opponent is not home, or I'm having some connection issues. Which is it? Hello, opponent. Are you there? Oh, okay. They're in the tank about the mulligan. Are they considering mulliganing again? Playing a 5-color deck, it's not easy to get all that mana together. Okay, turn 2, Yarok's Fenlarker. Opponent exiles a card from their hand. Turn 3, Plaguecrafter. I'll sacrifice the Fenlarker. The opponent either has to sacrifice a creature or lose a card. Turn 4, Reaper of Night. The opponent discards 2 cards. Got the ramp hand hate going on. If this is a tough decision for your opponent, then you're going to have to get used to it. You're going to have to discard a lot more cards than that. Does the opponent have a turn to play? Okay. Looks like the answer is no. Playing Plaguecrafter. Fenlarker goes bye-bye. Opponent discards a card. swamp. So the opponent has red, green, and blue so far. Are they playing a 5-color full-on deck? Well, I saw a swamp there. They could be playing a mostly 4-color deck and then just have ways to get white mana. Okay, well, the original plan was to discard 2 cards with the Reaper of Night, but I think I need to get rid of their Leyline Prowler so that I can attack, and so that they don't have a source of white mana. Next turn, I'll have to decide between Reaper of Night, Dread Presence, and Ayara. I think the choice will be Reaper of Night, because I want to get that discard effect working when the opponent has cards in their hand. It's not valuable if they don't have at least 2 cards. And if they cast 1, then that'll drop them down to 3. And then, really, when you get to, when it's like the late early game, like right now, if the opponent's down to 3 cards in their hand and you make them discard 2 of them, then generally it's going to be some of the better cards they have. Okay.
Let's kick this madness into high gear.
Can they use this guy? I mean, I guess they can dig for creatures. Okay. Do they have a 1-mana play, or are they just ticking him up? I'm guessing they don't, because if they had 1-mana play, they would have played it already, right? Okay. They play a Domri. The Domri's vulnerable to an attack from my Playcrafter. I'll make him discard 2 cards. And then attack down with the Playcrafter. There's a chance I should have saved that swamp to play with the Dread Presence. If I get a 6th swamp, then I'm going to hold on to it for a little bit, I think. Kiora and Ionize. Interesting.
Hit me again.
Okay. Domri can dig for creatures, but how many creatures does this person have? Haven't seen any yet. Domri can tick up and survive for another turn. Ah, that gives them enough mana to bring Niv Mizzet into play. Is that what they're going to do? Is it Niv time? There it is. So that was the purpose of Domri, was to just get Niv into play. And unfortunately, I've only drawn 1 removal spell so far this game. Let's see. Incubation Druid, Mortify. Wow. There's a lot of removal in here. Ethereal Absolution. That'd be really bad if the opponent were able to play that. So, I guess I'm looking at the... Okay, so they reveal the top 10 cards. And I get to see what they... Oof. Absolution, that's bad. It's so bad. I need removal very badly. Okay. Attack with Niv. Elder Spell. That's not the removal I was looking for. Let's see. Let's get Conrad out. We'll attack down Domri.
Oh, please, sir.
Unfortunately, we don't finish him off quite yet. Let's see. The opponent can... They can bedevil my Conrad. They can bring the Golgari Queen into play and destroy my Playcrafter. If I draw a swamp, I can attack with Conrad. And if they block with Niv, then I'll be able to kill Niv with the 2 damage from the Dread Presence. That's a lot of ifs. Opponent's in the tank about the scry. I kind of thought I had this in the bag. But once the opponent cast that Niv for the first time, got a ton of useful cards. Just kind of tore it. Are they going to attack me? So they are unable to cast Bedevil this turn.
Before the real fun begins.
Oh! Nope, they're not. With that red mana, they can cast Bedevil. I forgot about Domri. Okay, are you gonna do it? If you're gonna kill my Sir Conrad, then just do it already, please. Okay. Killing the Playcrafter? Or sacrificing something? I doubt they sacrifice something. Yeah? Or are they just gonna choose to not sacrifice anything? Because it says you may. And Vraska still ticks up by 2. Okay, fair enough. Revenge of Ravens. Let's see. I don't see any Planeswalkers in their hand right now, so Elder Spell is probably a good way to lead in. Let's do that first. That way at least I get a 2 for 1. That is to say, I get rid of 2 of their cards, and only use up 1 of my cards. Let's get Ayara in play. We don't attack, and then we just kind of wait and see what they do. Really, Absolution is probably the best thing to do. Ethereal Absolution. Oh, Ujin. Is it Ujin or Ugin? Should I have waited on the Elder Spell until this turn? Are they going to get a 2-2, or are they going to wreck some of my stuff? Gonna wreck Sir Conrad? Yep.
I can create or destroy.
It is looking grim, Sir Conrad. Let's see. That's useful, but I don't really want it right now. Let's see. So let's attack Ugin, and let's just bluff, because I'm going to sacrifice him anyway. I'm guessing the Bonin will just block. Yeah. Wasn't a very good bluff. And let's just sacrifice him. And draw a card. So as you could probably tell, there wasn't any downside to bluffing that attack. And the possible upside would have been killing their Ugin, but I really didn't think they were going to do that. So, next turn, I can bring a Cavalier of Night into play, sacrifice my Gutterbones, and kill their Niv Mizzet. They can play an Ethereal Absolution, and that'll kill my Gutterbones outright. And I won't even be able to revive it because it'll be a 1/0 creature. Ouch! I don't know if I can recover from that. Even if I kill their Niv Mizzet with the Cavalier of Night, they're going to be able to recast it next turn. And when they recast it, they're going to be able to grab a bunch of cards from their library. Price of Fame. Interesting. So, let me think. I don't have enough mana to do all the things that I want to do. I can Cavalier of Night, sack Ayara, kill the Niv. And then I'll have a Price of Fame to kill Niv next time. Unfortunately, every time they bring Niv into play, they get to choose a lot of cool creatures out of their library. Cool permanents, I should say. Doesn't even have to be creatures. Command zone. Kill a Niv. Let's see. Yeah, if the opponent bedevils my Cavalier of Night, then... Oh, they probably won't. They're probably just going to recast Niv. If they recast Niv, they'll get a bunch of cards in their hand. I don't know why they're... what are you waiting for? Or... like, is there a decision that needs to be made? Is there anything the opponent can actually do right now? Anyway. So next turn they might recast Niv. It's probably the best choice. If they recast Niv, they get more cards out of their library. I can destroy Niv again, but not until after they get a bunch of great cards out of the library again. So, I don't think I have any Mythic Wild cards right now, but I think Niv Mizzet might be next on the list for what I'm going to grab with a wild card. Been playing Standard for so long that I've been trying to get 4 of the great things like
Secrets manifest before
Fires of Invention, Questing Beast, that kind of thing. You know, the bomb cards of Eldraine. But I'm hoping that Brawl gets popular enough that I can just play Brawl all the time and only have to worry about getting 1 of each thing. Okay, well, let's see. What can they get? It's like a who's who and the best cards in Standard, pretty much. Storev, I don't recognize this person. Okay, you can get stuff back from the graveyard. And it's Trampoly. Okay. That's interesting. Maybe I'd like to get this Zombie Elf Wizard. It's really kind of a mouthful. Zombie Elf Wizard. Opponent is in the tank. So, the opponent's thinking a lot about this, and I fear that there's really nothing I can do. The game's run away from me at this point, quite a ways. So, do I wait through the opponent thinking, just so that I can cast Price of Fame on the Nivet to make myself feel better? Yes. Price of Fame. On your Niv. Okay. Is the opponent in full control mode? Is that the problem? I'm not sure if there's anything they can actually do. I don't think there is. Please don't use full control if you don't have anything to do most of the time. Let's see. These won't really help me. The game's over. Concede. Well, I'll just I'll flex with my Revenge of Ravens. Attack me, the Ravens are coming after you. Like that. Goodbye. Ayara versus Yarok. Ayara Yarok. Let's see. Obnixilus's cruelty is good against Yarok, because that can destroy it, but I'm not in love with the rest of the hand. Okay, I'm liking this better. Turn 2, I get a priest out. Gutter Bones shows up a little bit too late. If the opponent is unable to bring something into play, a creature namely, I attack with Priest of the Forgotten Gods, and then drill bit their hand. Looks like that's the plan. So let's get the banner out, because that bumps up the mana that I can play with next turn. Still allows me to cast a Gutter Bones. Oh wait, nope. I'm doing drill bit. There we are. Drill bit. On the opponent, of course. Plaguecraft or Gadwick. Oh, let's see. What do I not want the opponent to do? I think I don't want the opponent to cast a Plague Crafter, because I like my priest. Leyline Prowler is also a problem. Which one's a bigger problem, the Prowler or the Plague Crafter? The Plague Crafter. Because for the Prowler, I can take my time and choose how I want to get rid of it, which is going to be a Spark Harvest on a Gutterbones. But it means that they can't just... Right. The power is in my hands to remove the Leyline Prowler at my leisure. So, looks like I can get Ayara out, cast the Gutterbones, Spark Harvest the Gutterbones, attack with the priest. Okay, and then I'm done. That's an eventful turn. What's the opponent gonna do? Paradise Druid. Okay. Let's see, what do I want to do here? I can sacrifice the priest and draw a card. Is that what I want to do now? Oh, let's see. I think so. Well, that doesn't help me that much. Oh no, never mind, it does help me. Quite a lot, actually. I get Liliana in play. She gets a zombie in play. Opponent loses a life, but I don't have that last mana to get the Gutterbones out. But that's kind of fun. Every time I create a zombie with a Liliana, the opponent loses a life. I like it. Opponent with the Arcane Signet. And what next? The opponent is playing slow. Possibly not by choice. Okay. So, I think the play is to get a zombie out.
Rise and shine.
I can get the Gutterbones back. Or I could just sacrifice the zombie with Summoning Sickness to my Plague Crafter. Let's do some damage first. Now, I can use 2 to get the Gutterbones back in my hand. I can use 1 to put it in play. And then I can get the Plague Crafter out. And that'll get rid of their Paradise Druid. I don't know if that's that useful, but generally, with the Plague Crafter ability, since the opponent gets to choose what they sacrifice, I don't think that Elf was really going anywhere anytime soon. I think it was just going to be tapped for mana, so I figured I might as well get the value out of it while I could. Okay, Cavalier of Gales. So, normally the Cavalier of Gales would be a real problem because it can fly over everything I have and hit Liliana. What I want to do is I want to get Liliana up to 9 loyalty and then use her -9. Ooh, Cavalier of Night. So my plan was to cast the Stonecoil Serpent just so that I could block. But with the Cavalier of Night, let's see. Okay, so let's create a zombie, which I will sacrifice with my Cavalier of Night to destroy the Cavalier of Gales. 6, 13. And I think that's lethal. Gotta sacrifice the one that was just made so that I can attack with everything else. Okay, opponent gets to scry. I'll resolve all, because I'm pretty sure that's game. Okay. Attack. Okay, the Cavalier of Night was a lucky draw. I think I had it in the bag even without the Cavalier of Night. But I like to end games quickly when it's in my power to end a game. I'll just end it. I'm not gonna string my opponent along like a cat and mouse game. Ayara versus Golos. Do I like this? I'm gonna try it. I'm a little nervous about the low mana count, but I have an early play with Knight of Ebon Legion. I also have that Davriel. Okay, that's good. So I can spend my second turn dropping my Witch's Cottage. Comes into play tapped. I've never used the Witch's Cottage, I don't think. Well, maybe once. Maybe once or twice. It's not really that big a problem that it comes into tapped if you don't have 3 swamps into play already. Because you can use the timing, right? If it's my turn 2 land, I don't have anything that costs 2 mana, so there's no loss in it coming into play tapped. Attack with a Knight. Knight of the Ebon Legion. I feel like there's not really much reason to not have a Knight of the Ebon Legion in pretty much every Brawl deck you have that has black in it. I don't know. I guess maybe not a Niv Mizzet deck, but any kind of aggro, if it's got black in it, you should have a Knight of the Ebon Legion in there. Let's change the fox. Go blue. Blue fox. Once upon a time. There was an island with a wishing well in the middle. The opponent played that island and then opened the gates. Okay. Full on 5-color Oko. Okay, so I have 3 options here. I can pump the Knight and attack. That'll make the Knight bigger. I can play Mandavriel and start hitting the opponent's hands. Or I can play Ayara and have another creature and have an option to draw. Although I wouldn't sacrifice the Knight of the Ebon Legion to draw a card. I don't really have anything in my hand right now that I would want to sacrifice. So, the thing I like about Davriel is as long as there's a card in the opponent's hand, he's pretty much at least a 2 for 1. Right? Because now the opponent either has to destroy Davriel or just sit it out and lose another card. Scorcher. Well, that'll destroy the Davriel.
This wasn't part of our contract.
Let's see. I guess I gotta go with the banner. That's the best play because that gives me the option to do more stuff next turn. Leave the Knight open to block. Is Golos gonna join us? Golos is here. Golos is gonna get hit by a Price of Fame. Guarantee it. He's too famous. He's been the face of the meta for too long. And that fame has a price. Price of Fame and... oh, okay. Now let me think. Yeah, Price of Fame and Ayara, I think. I'll play the Price of Fame first so that I can scry. And see if there's anything I might get. Locthwain and Rankle. Rankle. Now that is interesting. That is very, very interesting. Let's do the Rankle first. I don't think I need a Locthwain. I think I've got plenty of stuff to do. let's get Ayara out. I understand Ayara is going to get hit with a Ritual of Soot if I go that way. But I think I might not go that way. 5, 6. Opponent has 6 lands untapped, so they're not going to cast Golos this turn, I don't think. Oko. Oko.
Revel with your
Why?
king, wild and sovereign and free. Gaze into my face and put on your true shape.
Why? I can cast Rankle and attack the Oko, but since his ridiculous ability to change something into a 3/3 elk is a plus ability, he has more loyalty than he started off with, so I can't actually kill him right now. That's unbelievable. And he can turn Rankle into a 3/3 elk next turn. Do I just concede at this point? Is there a reason to keep playing? Well, let's just attack Oko and see what happens.
I'll think up a fun fate for you.
Okay. Turn my Rankle into an elk. Just do it.
Oh dear.
The OP transformation power of Oko. That feeling when you had a good game going, and the opponent goes and casts Oko and Nissa,
We are all connected.
and all of a sudden it doesn't feel like a good
Be
game
wary of
anymore.
the ground you walk on.
Like the phases of the moon, life waxes and wanes.
I'm going to see what my next draw is,
To the
and based on what I
library.
see there, I'll make a determination of whether to keep playing or not. Agent of Treachery. I don't even have anything worth stealing. I just got 2 elk, a knight, and a banner. You just wanted to add insult to injury and steal the one thing I have that's not an elk already. Dread Presence, that's not going to do it. Goodbye. Ayara versus Gadwick. Okay. No Oko, no Nissa, no Questing Beast. I like this. What else am I not going to have to worry about? Hydroid Crassus. Growth Spiral, which some people say is overpowered. I'm not sure. Haven't decided on that. Is this a Petitioner deck? Let's find out. Are there choices to exile Petitioners and Islands? Yeah, looks like it. Okay. So this means that I'm not in any rush to make them discard cards. So let's get the banner out. Black. And don't bother attacking just yet. Petitioner. Make me mill 1 card, yes. Not yet. Okay, let's see. Next turn, they can probably cast 2 Petitioners. So let's get the Ayara out. Thankfully, she's a 3/3, so she'll be able to knock out 1 Petitioner. Okay. Revenge of the Ravens. Yeah, that's not going to help me this game. The opponent's not going to attack me. Okay. The 12 mil is on its way. Okay. So 5, 6. unfortunately, I only have 6 cards in my hand. The best thing to do would be to Ritual of Soot and then Mind Rot. I could Mind Rot right now, and let's see. Because if I do a Ritual of Soot, then they're just going to get more petitioners. I think I'm going to Mind Rot right now. Okay, if I Mind Rot the opponent, they lose both of their cards. I'm not going to attack. I'm going to sacrifice my Fenlurker to try to get a card. See if it's something good. The opponent responds by making me mill 12, or are they waiting? If you're gonna do it, do it. Okay. Was it a Liliana that I was gonna draw? Sure was. Okay. So, let's cast a Cruelty on a Petitioner. That'll give the opponent more incentive to play Gadwick and just draw a bunch of cards. No? No, they're committed to the mill. So, let's attack with Ayara. Let's see, what do I have in my graveyard? 3, 5, 1. Okay. Yeah, I'll attack with Ayara. They'll probably just take the damage, really. Yeah, okay. That's fair. Ritual of Soot. I'm gonna let Ayara go to the graveyard. Well, really, I guess I can find out. They'll mill 12 from my library. Okay. And then I'll get to see... Is there anything else that I would want to grab out of my library that's 3? No, not necessarily. So let's put her in the graveyard. I guess I get to grab the gutter bones out of the graveyard and cast them. So, does the opponent cast Gadwick and try to draw? Probably. I was going to try to hit Gadwick with the Ritual of Soot, but it didn't work out. I put a Fabled Passage in the deck just to thin one land out. It's kind of competitive edge I need. So... I can do a Menagerie and a Murderous Rider. Menagerie first. Okay. So, let's see. The one is gonna be probably Knight of the Ebon Legion. The 2 is gonna be a Fenlurker to get a card out of their hand. And the 3 is gonna be Ayara. Drops an island. Okay, do I murder Gadwick? Well, first I'll attack. If they don't block with Gadwick, then I can murder him. Okay. Let's see. Or do I even need to? Should I just cast? Well, let's see. Does Gadwick do anything? Tap a non-land permanent opponent controls. That's aggressive. But that doesn't remove attackers, that removes the defenders. So let's just get Murderous Rider. Okay. Now the opponent has quite an army lined up against them. I guess Gadwick would have been a blocker. Maybe I should have gotten rid of him for that reason. Petitioners. Yeah, I should have murdered Gadwick. Oops. Should have murdered him when I had the chance. Oh, opponent scoops. Well, I had a pumpable Yarux Funlighter. I had a pumpable Knight of the Ebon Legion. So, I think that was reasonable. There you have it. The mono black deck. So, as you probably remember, did mono white with Linden, mono green with the giant Hydra, it's Gorgos, mono red with Krenko, mono blue with Jace and the Petitioners, and mono black with Ayara. The next step is going to be 0 color, right? Started off with 3 colors, tried 2 colors, tried 1. Let's try 0 colors next. Alright. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it, or a dislike if you didn't. Why not? Subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you have any kind of insights that I've missed, any misplays, any comments about the kinds of content that you want to see in the future. Have a good day.